Hello everyone, welcome to Glorious IAS Academy. So in this video we are going to discuss the causes of 1857 revolt. Okay, and this topic is very important when coming to your UPSC preliminary examination and also your mains examination. Okay, so coming to this, for example, if this question is asked in mains examination, like you can refer to previous year question regarding 1857 revolt, like how 1857 revolt is a watermark when coming to the independence of India. Okay, so in this way different types of questions have been asked in different examinations. So in that case what you can do, okay, so the thing is when coming to this you can write like political causes, economic causes, religious causes, military causes, and so, or else you can just also list out the different causes without categorizing them as political, economic. So for your clarity I just mixed both kind of models. Okay, so coming to political causes, what are the political causes? Nothing but the British expansionist policies. So what British have done in order to expand their power, they started introducing very stringent and rude policies. Okay, so these policies actually turned normal people, common people also into rebellion. Okay, so this is one thing. And the second is superiority of British always treated Indian people as inferior to them in our own country. That is one of the reason. And coming to economic causes, drain of wealth, poverty and famine. So this is one of the most important economic cause when coming to 1857 revolt. So what is this drain of wealth? This drain of wealth is nothing but, if you refer to a drain of wealth theory of Dadabhai Naoroji, you can easily understand what is this drain of wealth. Okay, so this theory is nothing but this shows how Indian wealth was drained by British. How they drained? For example, just suppose here you can see this is Britain. Okay, this is India. Example. So they used to take raw materials from India, okay, at cheaper price, and their Britain manufacturers used to use these raw materials and make processed goods. Okay, they used to make the finalized goods by using our Indian raw materials. Once the raw materials are used to make the finalized goods, these finalized goods were again sold in India at higher price. See, they are taking our raw materials at cheaper price and they are selling the goods which were prepared with the help of these raw materials at high price. So in this way they totally drained India wealth. Okay, so this is also one of the reason. Next, poverty and famine. Many people, especially handicrafts, artisans, all the people lost their jobs. Okay, lost their employment source. Okay, so this led to them poverty. Next, decay of cottage industry, handicrafts, as I said, unemployment, and economic decline of peasantry. Okay, because peasants were asked to pay huge taxes, okay, irrespective of the crop yield. Even if the crop yield is less, but still British used to collect so much of taxes. Even Jamindars used to exploit people. So all these reasons led to 1857 revolt. Next, they started hurting the religious beliefs. So especially like Christian missionaries, when British brought the Christian missionaries, people were afraid that they will lose their religion. Okay, they were afraid of forceful religious conversions. Okay, and racial discrimination was shown by British people. Then military cause. This is one of the most important cause when coming to 1857 revolt. So what is that? Treatment towards Indian soldiers. Indian soldiers were not treated as soldiers. They were treated as peasants in uniform. Okay, they just used to say that you are just like peasants, but you are having uniform. Nothing like you are doing something for the nation. Okay, they were not treated as soldiers and they're not given respect equally to the British soldiers. And lower salaries were given when compared to the British people, and also very less chance of promotion. And General Enlistment Act. So what is this General Enlistment Act? So according to this act, we are having two features. Okay, two salient features. What are they? First feature is nothing but, according to this act, if for example British is involved in war with any enemy country, then these Indian soldiers were asked to travel overseas and participate in the war, and Indian soldiers should participate in the war by traveling overseas. So here comes a challenge. What is that? In Hindus, especially during that time, they used to believe that they should not cross the overseas, they should not cross the seven seas, and they should not move. Okay, so that was actually their belief. So this started hurting the religious sentiments of the common people. Okay, so but okay, keeping aside that thing, people still, Indian soldiers used to travel to other country, traveling overseas, but still after traveling to foreign country, no foreign allowance, called as batta. Okay, no foreign allowance was given for Indian soldiers, but for British soldiers they were given extra allowance. Why? For traveling overseas. But for Indian soldiers, nothing like that. Okay, so this act had such stringent features. Next, doctrine of policy. I hope everyone of you know about this doctrine of policy, not doctrine of lapse. So this doctrine of lapse is nothing but, if a princely state, okay, if a princely state, if the king of princely state is not having natural heir, okay, if he's not having a son, then he cannot adopt son and make him as a next successor. Okay, so if he's not having naturally a son, then that state will be taken away by British. Okay, that princely state will go under the control of the British. Then this actually turned into Sepoy Mutiny. This is a main, we can say it as Sepoy Mutiny 1855, because of the introduction of new Enfield rifle. So what is this rifle? So to use this rifle, to target this rifle on the opponents, they need to first fill with the cartridges. So that cartridges used to have the coating. Okay, the coating, the people used to say that the coating of the cartridge was made up of pig fat and cow fat. Okay, so now for Hindus, they used to believe that they cannot kill cows, so they used to treat that as unholy thing. And when coming to Muslims, Muslims don't like pigs and they don't want to put pig's fat in their mouth. So for that reason, they don't want to use this rifle. Okay, so these are the different causes for 1857 revolt. And for such more important topics, techniques and mind maps and mnemonics, please do subscribe and keep following Glorious IAS Academy. Thank you guys and stay tuned.